The general state of the issue is a high-stakes, multi-state political and legal battle over redistricting. Texas Republicans, at the urging of Donald Trump, are pushing for a rare mid-decade redraw of congressional maps that could give them a significant advantage in the next elections. In response, Texas Democrats have fled the state to deny a quorum and stop the vote, a move that has now prompted a retaliatory response from California. Former President Barack Obama's condemnation of the Texas GOP's plan as an assault on democracy has elevated the issue to a national level. This has spurred other states, like California and Missouri, to consider their own partisan redistricting efforts, creating what some are calling a redistricting arms race. The Texas Democrats' actions and the subsequent legal challenges and political maneuvering are setting the stage for a major legal battle that could ultimately be decided in the courts, shaping the balance of power for years to come. The Texas GOP's redistricting efforts are driven by a desire to gain a significant political advantage. The primary reason is to secure more seats in the U.S. House of Representatives, a goal openly pushed by Donald Trump, who believes the redraw could net Republicans 5 additional seats. The proposed maps would dismantle or alter districts with large minority populations, which traditionally vote Democratic, and replace them with new districts more favorable to Republican candidates. This mid-decade redistricting is highly unusual, as these maps are typically redrawn only once every 10 years following the census. However, since the U.S. Supreme Court has effectively removed federal limits on partisan gerrymandering, the Texas Republicans are exploiting a legal loophole to cement their power before the next census. For their part, Texas Democrats are using the only tool they have, fleeing the state to deny a legislative quorum, to delay a vote on what they consider a partisan power grab that undermines our democracy and disenfranchises voters of color. The most significant consequence of the Texas GOP's redistricting efforts is the potential for voter disenfranchisement and a weakening of democratic principles. The proposed maps have been designed to dilute the voting power of minority communities, particularly Latino and Black voters, by packing them into a few districts or cracking them across multiple districts. This strategy makes it harder for voters of color to elect their preferred candidates, even as their populations grow. Furthermore, the escalating conflict is creating a dangerous redistricting arms race across the country. States with Democratic-controlled legislatures, like California, are now considering their own retaliatory redistricting efforts. This tit-for-tat approach could lead to an even more polarized and less representative government, where a few politicians, not the voters, choose who wins elections. The legal challenges to these maps will likely make their way to the U.S. Supreme Court, which could have lasting consequences for voting rights and the future of American democracy. Several solutions exist to combat partisan gerrymandering and the kind of redistricting arms race seen in Texas and California. One of the most effective and widely cited solutions is the creation of independent redistricting commissions. These commissions, often made up of citizens, are tasked with drawing electoral maps based on neutral criteria, such as population equality and community preservation, rather than political advantage. This removes the map drawing process from the hands of self-interested politicians. Another potential solution is legislative action at the federal level. Congress could pass a bill, such as the proposed Freedom to Vote Act, that would establish national standards for congressional redistricting. This would effectively outlaw partisan gerrymandering nationwide. Finally, legal challenges can be brought to state courts, as some state constitutions have provisions that prohibit partisan gerrymandering. While the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled that federal courts cannot hear partisan gerrymandering cases, these cases can still be litigated in state courts to protect voters' rights.